Hi friend. In a previous video I had threatened to get rid of my Mesa. It's a dual rectifier and I'm just not into it. Well, today was that day and I traded it. Let me show you what I got. There she is. It's a 1967 Fender Bassman. I traded it straight up. I thought it was a pretty decent deal. I really haven't looked up the prices on them lately. But the first thing I'm going to do with this is clean it up. Needs a little bit of TLC, and as you can see, it still has the 2-prong power cord. So I imagine it's all original on the inside, but we're going to take it apart and look inside. And we're probably going to have to change a lot of the electrolytic capacitors, and we'll check the values on all the resistors and everything else inside while we're there. The date code on the sticker inside is QA, which I believe means January of 1967. So we're gonna weigh that against all the other serial numbers on the transformers and everything else and see if it actually is. So right here it says patented 66, so it probably is a 67 or at least an early one. But I'm going to take it apart and clean it up first. We're going to replace this 2-prong cord with a 3-prong, and we're going to look at all the electrolytic capacitors. We're definitely going to replace the ones in the power circuit. I might plug it in, but I might not want to. I'm going to go back and forth on that one. I might plug it in right now and see how it runs. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to turn it on. I got it plugged in, and let's see. The red light comes on. That's a plus. So let it warm up for a moment. I'm going to go into the normal channel. There's a little bit of hum to it. Let's see. Could be because the capacitors need replaced. Let's see how it sounds. Whoa. That's on volume 4. Let's crank it a little bit. Oh, it needs cleaned. Get close to it, it really buzzes. That's nice and bassy, isn't it? I'm going to turn the bass down to 3. And the treble needs clean. Treble up to 9. I got it dimed. I got the volume up to 10 and I got the bright switch on. think my volume pot, I might get Les Paul needs clean too. Yeah, I'm glad everything worked out. I'm going to tear it down. I'm going to clean the pots out. I'm going to change the electrolytic capacitors. I'm going to have to order them first, but I want to get the whole thing cleaned out and we'll go from there. I took the back off the amp and you can see all the hair and dirt on it. Must be from probably from 1967. And there's some, I don't know what's in there, hair and grime and a little bit of rust. I don't know what these tubes are. What's that say? I don't know. Take them out and look. International, maybe? Britain. What's Great Britain tubes doing in my American amp? Ugh. I'm going to clean this out. Gross. Here's that date code, QA. I believe that's January of 1967. And where's that circuit number? AB165. Awesome. All right, let me get these out of here. All right, let me get this cleaned up. I'm not going to record me cleaning it up. That'd be silly. But all these rusty parts here, I think I'm going to put them in my brass tumbler and see if it cleans it up a little bit. I'll even put the screws in there. All right, let me get this cleaned up and I'll get back to you. Well, it looks like it's all original parts. I've never worked on one of these before. I wonder if it's normal that this turret board is up. Eyelet board, sorry. It's an eyelet board. I wonder if it's normal that it's humped up like that in two places. Never seen one like that. All my captured nuts came out. That's a terrible sign, huh? Getting that back together is going to be fun. We'll work on it. What do you think? Looks pretty decent. Looks like it had some water in it. See, a little moldy. Might have to spray something in there. Kill that all off. All right. I'm replacing the power cord on this Fender Bassman. Instead of putting a 3-prong cable through the original hole, what I did was I took out the auxiliary plug and replaced it with one of these C14s. It's an IEC 320 C14 if you want to look that up. It's a panel mount. So I could just plug in any cord to it. And I like that better anyways because I hate having a long cord wrapped up and then you have to stick it in where the speaker is. And these were in the right spot. If you put this in with the ground facing upward, these two will be in the right spot. You see the markings on here. Neutral's here. Line is there. And the ground's there. So I have to run a ground from here. I'm just going to put it either here or here. Probably just put it right on one of these. It's closer. I still have to order all the capacitors for this one. I haven't decided how many I'm replacing yet, so it's going to take a minute. But let me put that ground in. Okay, you can see I have a wire going from the ground to the bolt that holds the power transformer in. Now I tried to turn this on and run it, and I figured the plate dissipation on each tube, each power tube, and they're supposed to be 25 watts max, and you're supposed to go, what is it, 30 watts max on the GCs? Anyways, you're supposed to go 60 to 70% of that. But this one read at 40.5 watts, and this one read at 52.68 watts. So I checked this bias control here, and when it's maxed out, it only gets negative 22 volts to the bias circuit. It's supposed to get around 45. So that's an issue. I think it has something to do with the bias circuit here. This resistor has dwelled up a lot, and I have to replace all these electrolytic capacitors anyways, and I might as well take care of these diodes too, make sure they're all right. But I can't do anything about it today, so I think we're going to call it a day and order some parts. Oh, I gotta clean this up a little bit better, I think, too. It's a little grimy still. But adding this 3-prong cord to it works nice. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to bypass this ground switch because we don't want the death capacitor in the circuit. And I'm also going to put the switch first. Because right now this fuse is first. And say you blow a fuse and it's plugged in and you take it out and look at it, you put your finger in there, it's live. So I'm going to put the switch first and then the fuse. We'll do that, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great day. Whoops.